The clock struck 8 as Mr. Park sat alone at an extravagant table in the luxurious restaurant, a solitary candle flickering beside him. The powerful Korean mafia boss was dressed in a tailored suit, his presence commanding yet overshadowed by the sadness in his eyes. Tonight was meant to be a celebration of his birthday, but instead, it felt like a reminder of his loneliness. Around him, laughter and clinking glasses filled the air, but none dared approach him, the reputation of the mafia boss keeping them at bay. He took a sip from his glass, the rich wine doing little to dull the ache in his heart. As he glanced around, he couldn't help but feel a deep yearning for connection in a world where power had left him isolated. The restaurant buzzed with life, dimly lit by elegant chandeliers that cast a warm glow over the crisp white tablecloths. Each table was adorned with fresh flowers, and the soft sound of classical music floated through the air. However, as laughter erupted from nearby diners, the atmosphere shifted around Mr. Park. People glanced his way, but their smiles faded into wary expressions. His reputation as a notorious mafia boss loomed large over him. They chose to keep their distance, aware that power came with its own kind of fear. Mr. Park sat back in his chair, the opulence of the surroundings contrasting sharply with the solitude that enveloped him. He watched as couples and friends enjoyed their meals, a feeling of dread creeping in as he remained an untouchable figure among them. Just then, the restaurant doors swung open, and in walked Mia, a 25-year-old single mom dressed in a beige coat over her dark green dress. Her vibrant energy filled the space as she entered with her bubbly 8-year-old daughter, Lily, who twirled in her light pink dress, laughter spilling from her lips. Mia scanned the room, her warm smile brightening her features, while Lily's eyes sparkled with curiosity. They noticed the elegant decor and the hustle of other diners, but quickly spotted Mr. Park sitting alone at his table. Mia's heart tugged at the sight of the powerful mafia boss, seeming so isolated amidst the celebration around him. "Mom, can we say hi to him?" Lily asked eagerly, sensing a story waiting to unfold. As Mia and Lily approached Mr. Park, the atmosphere grew tense with uncertainty. Other diners watched with a mix of fear and curiosity, but Mia felt a wave of compassion for the powerful mafia boss, his sad expression striking her heart. "He looks so lonely, Mom," Lily whispered, tugging at her mother's hand. Despite his reputation, Mia saw a man who appeared burdened by his own strength. Gathering her courage, she smiled gently at Mr. Park and said, "Excuse me, sir. We couldn't help but notice you sitting here alone. Would you like some company?" Mr. Park looked up, surprised by their boldness, intrigued by the warmth radiating from Mia and the innocent charm of Lily. In that moment, the weight of his loneliness felt just a little lighter. Mia smiled warmly and said, "Hi, I'm Mia, and this is my daughter, Lily. We noticed you sitting here alone, and we thought you might like some company on your birthday." Mr. Park raised an eyebrow, taken aback by their boldness. "You're not afraid of me?" he asked, his voice low and edged with curiosity. Lily chimed in, her eyes wide. "No. You look sad, and it's your special day." There was a moment of silence as Mr. Park studied their faces, feeling an unexpected flicker of warmth. "Most people don't dare to approach a mafia boss," he replied with a hint of a smile, softening his intimidating demeanor. "But I appreciate your courage. It's been a long time since anyone cared to talk." The connection began to bridge the gap of his loneliness. Mr. Park leaned back slightly, his expression turning pensive. "You know," he began, "being a mafia boss comes with sacrifices. Power demands a price." His voice was low, but Mia and Lily listened intently. "I've spent years building my empire, but in doing so, I lost friends and family. Birthdays like these remind me of what I've given up." He glanced around the restaurant, the laughter of others echoing painfully in his ears. "People fear me because of my title, not knowing the lonely man behind it." Lily's eyes widened with empathy, and Mia nodded softly. "It must be hard to carry that weight alone," Mia replied gently. Mr. Park looked at them both, feeling an unexpected connection forming, a sense that perhaps he wasn't as alone as he thought. Mia felt a surge of empathy for Mr. Park and decided to share her own story. You know, being a single mom isn't easy either, she began softly. I'm raising Lily alone, and sometimes I feel like I'm carrying the weight of the world. Mr. Park listened intently, his eyes reflecting understanding. It's hard to find love when you're always worried about safety and providing, she continued, glancing at Lily, who was drawing doodles on the tablecloth. I've lost love too. It can feel so isolating. Mr. Park's expression softened as he realized that their burdens, while different, were connected in the loneliness they brought. You're stronger than you know, he said quietly, recognizing the fight in her spirit, making him appreciate her even more. As their conversation deepened, Mr. Park found himself captivated by Mia's genuine kindness and the infectious laughter of Lily. Their light-hearted exchanges filled the air, creating a warm atmosphere that felt foreign yet comforting to him. You really know how to brighten a place, he remarked, watching as Lily animatedly shared stories about her school adventures. Mia's laughter danced around him like music, reminding him of moments long forgotten in his world of darkness and duty as a mafia boss. He realized he was longing for this kind of connection, an escape from the heavy expectations tied to his title. The more they talked, the more Mr. Park felt the walls he built around his heart begin to crack, revealing a yearning for something more meaningful than power. As the laughter faded, Mr. Park's expression shifted, revealing a shadow of regret. You know, he began, his voice heavy with emotion, there was a time I dreamed of love, real love. He glanced down at his glass, swirling the dark liquid inside. But I chose this life as a mafia boss instead. It felt powerful, but now, I feel trapped by my own choices. Mia listened intently, her heart aching for him. I've sacrificed relationships and happiness to chase after power, he continued. Most people see me as untouchable, but they don't know how lonely it really is. The weight of his words hung in the air as Mia recognized the pain behind them, feeling an instinctive desire to reach out and help him find a path back to love. Mia gently leaned forward, her eyes filled with empathy. Mr. Park, I want you to know that everyone deserves happiness, no matter their past choices, she said softly. You may have walked a hard path, but it doesn't mean you can't find your way back to love and joy. Mr. Park looked at her, surprised by her understanding. Sometimes I think it's too late for someone like me, he admitted, his voice barely above a whisper. Life has its way of putting us in places we never thought we'd be. Mia nodded, her heart aching for him. It's never too late. You have the power to change your story, she encouraged, hoping her words would resonate with the powerful mafia boss. The first step is believing you deserve a happier life. As Mia spoke, Mr. Park found himself captivated by her strength and beauty, a stark contrast to the ruthless world he inhabited. You know, he said with a hint of a playful smile, it's rare to meet someone who can shine so brightly in the shadows I live in. Mia raised an eyebrow, intrigued yet cautious. You make it sound like I'm stepping into dangerous territory, she replied lightly. He chuckled softly but quickly added, but for a mafia boss like me, having someone like you close comes with risks. The air thickened with unspoken tension as Mr. Park leaned slightly closer, his gaze locked on hers. Still, he continued earnestly, there's something about you that draws me in. It's terrifying and thrilling all at once. Mia could feel her heart race at his admission, sensing the connection deepening between them. Amidst the charged atmosphere, Lily, with her playful spirit, chimed in to lighten the mood. Can we share dessert together? She suggested brightly, her eyes sparkling with excitement. It's a special day for Mr. Park. Mia smiled at her daughter's enthusiasm, and even Mr. Park couldn't help but grin at the innocence of the little girl. Dessert? Well, I do love a good cake, he replied, his voice warming. The tension in the air began to dissolve as they engaged in light-hearted chatter about their favorite sweets. Moments later, a waiter approached with a beautifully decorated chocolate cake, and Lily clapped her hands in delight. Let's make a wish before we eat, she exclaimed, making Mr. Park chuckle. In that moment, the warmth of shared laughter began to bridge the gap between their worlds. As they savored the rich chocolate cake, Mr. Park's demeanor shifted, and he began to open up about his life in the mafia. You see, he said, a hint of melancholy in his eyes. Power can be intoxicating, but it's also incredibly lonely. He glanced between Mia and Lily, drawing strength from their presence. Every decision I make is about loyalty, who to trust and who to protect. It can tear you apart. Mia listened intently, her heart aching for him as he continued, I've lost more than I ever gained. Friends become enemies, and love feels like a luxury I can't afford. The words hung heavily in the air, revealing the heavy burden of his choices as a powerful mafia boss, deepening the connection between them. Mia, feeling the weight of the moment, decided to unburden her own heart. You know, I often feel lonely too, she confessed, her voice gentle yet firm. Being a single mom is rewarding, but it can be isolating. I've had to make sacrifices and face fears alone. Mr. Park's gaze softened as he listened intently, recognizing the parallels in their struggles. Sometimes it feels like I'm doing everything just to survive rather than truly living, she continued, a hint of vulnerability in her eyes. It's hard to find someone who understands. Mr. Park nodded, his heart aching for her too. In that moment of shared honesty, their bond deepened further, forging a connection that felt genuine and powerful. Two lonely souls finding solace in each other amidst their contrasting lives. As the evening drew to a close, Mr. Park took a deep breath, feeling an overwhelming sense of clarity wash over him. Mia, he began, his voice steady yet filled with emotion, there's something I need to say. He looked deeply into her eyes, vulnerability shining through. Despite my life as a mafia boss, filled with danger and darkness, I find myself dreaming of having you by my side. Mia's heart raced at his confession. You bring light into a world I thought was lost to shadows, he continued earnestly. I know it's risky, but I can't help what I feel. The sincerity in his words hung in the air, creating an electrifying moment that held the promise of new beginnings amidst their complex lives. Mr. Park took a deep breath, feeling the weight of his feelings for Mia swelling inside him. I know this might sound unconventional, he began, his voice steady, but I want to ask you something. Mia looked up, her heart racing in anticipation. Despite my life as a powerful mafia boss and all its dangers, I can't ignore the connection we have. He paused, searching her eyes. Mia, will you marry me? The words hung in the air, charged with both risk and hope. I dream of a life with you by my side, navigating the chaos together. For a moment, silence enveloped them, and Mia's heart beat wildly as she processed his unexpected proposal. In that instant, the possibility of love pierced through the darkness of Mr. Park's world. Mia sat in stunned silence, her heart racing as she absorbed Mr. Park's bold proposal. The reality of marrying a powerful mafia boss weighed heavily on her mind. It was thrilling yet frightening. This is unexpected, she finally said, searching his eyes for sincerity. I need to think about what this means for both of us. Mr. Park nodded, understanding the gravity of his offer. He leaned closer, his voice earnest. I know my life is dangerous, but I believe together we could create something beautiful despite the chaos. As Mia contemplated their future, she felt the pull of attraction mingled with apprehension. Could love truly flourish amidst danger? In that moment, the complexities of their lives merged into a tantalizing possibility that sparked hope and uncertainty in equal measure. In the charged atmosphere of the restaurant, Mia took a moment to collect her thoughts. Mr. Park, she said softly, I'm not blind to the danger of your world. As a mafia boss, you live a life filled with risks that could endanger not just you, but anyone close to you. He nodded, understanding her concerns. But imagine what we could have together. Passion and love intertwined with danger. She felt a flutter in her chest at his words, envisioning a life that balanced both fear and exhilaration. It's a lot to consider, Mia replied, locking eyes with him. But if we choose this path, I promise to stand by you, no matter the challenges. In that moment, they both acknowledged their fears while daring to dream of a future where love could conquer even the darkest shadows. Mia took a deep breath, heart racing as she faced the gravity of Mr. Park's proposal. Yes, she said finally, her voice steady despite the whirlwind of emotions within her. "I accept your proposal." A warmth spread through the room, and Mr. Park's eyes brightened with hope. "I know our path won't be easy, but I believe we can build a life together that merges love with the unpredictable nature of your world." He nodded earnestly, feeling relieved yet exhilarated at her acceptance. They exchanged smiles, understanding the challenges ahead, but also embracing their passionate connection. Together, they envisioned a future where they could navigate the chaos side by side, each drawing strength from the other, a love story interwoven with danger, yet filled with promise and possibility. As they stepped out of the restaurant hand in hand, Mia felt a surge of hope intertwining with uncertainty. The night sky was vast above them, and she glanced at Mr. Park, who walked beside her with newfound purpose. "Together, we can face whatever comes our way," she said, her voice firm yet tender. Mr. Park smiled, feeling the warmth of her confidence. "With you by my side, I believe we can create a life filled with love and adventure." They both understood the complexities that lay ahead, his dangerous lifestyle as a mafia boss and her responsibilities as a single mother, but in that moment, they felt united by their profound connection. Love had the power to change lives, and they were ready to embrace whatever challenges awaited them on their shared journey.